Is that a new tattoo?
This is a new tattoo.
Oh, God, how many do you have?
I have just a couple.
These days, whether you're a believer or a critic, Justin Bieber is impossible to ignore. From viral YouTube videos to selling out arenas, his meteoric rise was the stuff of dreams. But behind the glitz and glamour, Justin's journey through Hollywood has been nothing short of a battle for survival. At just 30 years old, when we look back at the highs of his career, we can also see the lows that nearly consumed him.
Justin Bieber! I will squeeze your face. No, I will. No.
Harassment, addiction, and public scrutiny, Justin Bieber's story is one of extraordinary success marred by the relentless pressures of fame. This is how Hollywood almost destroyed one of the brightest stars of this generation. At this point, we all know the story. Justin Bieber's rise to fame is a modern-day fairy tale, but not the kind you'd expect. It all started in 2007 when a 12-year-old kid from Stratford, Ontario, posted a cover of Ne-Yo's So Sick on YouTube. What began as a simple passion project for Justin soon caught the eyes of millions, including Scooter Braun, a former marketing executive who stumbled upon his videos by accident. Braun, seeing the potential in Bieber's raw talent, immediately reached out to his mother, and soon they were on a path that would change both their lives forever. By 2009, just 2 years after being discovered, Justin was signed to RBMG Records, releasing his debut single, One Time, that would climb the charts. His fan base, known as Beliebers, exploded, and his album My World became an instant hit, earning him nominations and awards across the music industry. But it wasn't just his music that took over the world, it was his image. The floppy hair, the innocent charm, and the catchy pop beats made him a worldwide sensation overnight. His appeal wasn't just his music. Justin was the poster child for a new generation of fans who connected with him on a personal level, despite him being a global superstar. As his fame grew, so did the pressure. But in the beginning, everything seemed easy. He was living the dream. The world was at his feet, and for a while, it looked like nothing could stop him. At the moment, it kind of seems like Justin is the last person you would feel bad for. After all, he was the dream. But everything changed when Hollywood began to show its ugly face. Justin had a problem. He wasn't just an artist to the world, he was something more. He was a pretty face to crush on, and the dreamboat of millions around the world. The 15-year-old pop icon had become a sex symbol before he even hit 18, and that led to incidents such as this. If you're wondering, this was the 40th Annual American Music Awards, and that was Jenny McCarthy, who, by the way, was 40 years old when Justin was 18 and he was shocked.
Wow! I feel violated right now.
But here's the crazy part. Jenny never gave an apology for her actions. In fact, according to her,
I took the opportunity in the window, considering I'll never get to do it again, and kind of molested him.
Now, if this happened to anyone else, there would have been an outrage. But this was just a normal Tuesday for the Canadian boy who stood in front of the world. It seemed like everyone wanted a piece of Justin and didn't care how they got it. And sadly, it wasn't only the ladies.
He was an easy person to hate or just completely disregard.
Everywhere, it seemed he couldn't get any form of privacy, and as you could see from his face, the 15-year-old was uncomfortable and sadly,
look at him, what a beautiful face. All right, now it's time to find out who's nominated for International Breakthrough. Vote, just do it, don't mess around. Don't tease me, Bieber.
Corden couldn't take the hint. It seemed like everywhere the young boy went, people simply couldn't keep their hands to themselves. And the crazy thing is, these are the clips we get to see on live TV. We have to wonder what happened when the lights went out and the cameras were not rolling. And if that question doesn't intrigue you yet, perhaps this will.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like.
That's right. At the beginning of his career, Justin spent 48 hours with Diddy, in what we can only imagine, at best, was a setting that was anything but appropriate for a 15-year-old. If you're wondering, yes, Diddy did say Buck is full crazy. Now, while we can't say for sure what happened to Bieber, we can usher in words for it. After all, he did spend time in Diddy camp.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
Now, while the touching was bad and inappropriate infatuation with Justin took the world by storm, things only got worse when Justin took a dark turn with the path of drugs. Suddenly, it seemed overnight the young star had gone from cute and innocent to full-on diva. Suddenly, the youngster who gave us the hit song Baby was doing this.
What gives it this?
In fact, starting in 2013, Justin Bieber's image began to unravel as a series of incidents painted him as the epitome of a young star gone wild. And it all started with TMZ leaking a photo of him holding what appeared to be a marijuana blunt, signaling a departure from his squeaky clean persona. Then there was his O2 Arena concert lateness, which sources say was because he threw a tantrum and locked himself in a room playing computer games while his fans complained and waited for him for 2 hours.
It really has annoyed me because, like, I do have college tomorrow, and I did absolutely love him, but having 3 warm-up acts and not coming on to an hour and like a half later.
There's also the heated altercation with a photographer where he did this.
What'd you say?
You heard what I said, man.
What'd you say?
You heard what I said, mate. Lose your f***ing
It seemed like Justin and the world were at odds. He didn't care, and the world continued to judge and pile expectations on him. One good example was when he was being carried up the Great Wall, and the time he caused a revolution in Bogota for spray painting graffiti. Justin's behavior became tabloid fodder, which was ironic seeing how much he hated the press.
Bro, like, get out of the car.
Look at this guy.
Okay, hey, have you had a chance to check out Shane Dawson's series?
And just a year later, in 2014, things would take a much darker turn for this heartthrob. That year, Justin became a menace and did something he could not come back from. Before then, though, he had an infamous clash with a neighbor over reckless driving in their gated community. The argument escalated with Bieber reportedly spitting in the man's face and hurling threats. But that wasn't all, because later that year, he would egg the neighbor's house and be charged to court.
A judge has sentenced pop star Justin Bieber for egging a neighbor's Calabasas home. It comes after the singer pleaded no contest to misdemeanor vandalism.
Following this, a video of Justin would surface that would seal his fate in the eyes of many.
One less lonely. There's gonna be one less.
As if that wasn't bad enough, there was a second video where Justin used the N-word while telling jokes.
Don't run.
The world was outraged, and Justin had a lot to atone for when he said, "I thought it was okay to repeat hurtful words and jokes, but I didn't realize at the time it wasn't funny, and in fact, my actions were continuing this ignorance." And if you were wondering where these all came from, well, you don't have to look far, because the world was giving a sign. In January of 2014, Justin was arrested in Miami for DUI, resisting arrest, and driving with an expired license. To make matters worse, all these charges came after he was pulled over during an alleged drag race. But the race aside, what really should concern us was the fact that the toxicology report revealed THC and Xanax in his system. The incident marked a major low in Bieber's career, with fans and critics questioning whether fame had pushed the young star towards self-destructive spirals, and the short answer was yes. But luck, they say, is tricky, and the next year Justin would stage one of the most talked about comebacks in music history with the release of his album Purpose. After years of public scandals and a tarnished reputation, Bieber used this project to reclaim his narrative. Featuring chart-topping hits like Sorry, many saw the track as more than a catchy tune. It was more or less a symbolic apology for his past, and he did it the only way he knew how. The album was different. It was a more mature and introspective Justin, blending heartfelt lyrics with infectious beats. Critics and fans were impressed, with Purpose not only dominating the charts but also cementing Bieber's place as a pop star capable of reinvention. But this new album brought a new problem, as many expected the singer to produce more, be more, and create more, and the pressure broke him. Redemption is a hard road to follow, and it's even harder when you have to take it in the public. Following the album, Justin Bieber entered a deeply introspective period where his mental health struggles became more apparent. After years of relentless fame and public scrutiny, he opened up about battling anxiety and depression, often tied to the immense pressures he faced as a child star turned global icon. In 2019, Bieber posted an emotional message on Instagram, describing how fame left him feeling unfulfilled despite his material success. He even admitted to turning to drugs as a way of escaping his emotional pain during his younger years. And at the time, physical signs of his struggles began to surface. Fans noticed him being more visibly exhausted in public, often with a pale complexion and noticeably thinner frame. At one point, speculation grew over his health when photos showed him with facial paralysis, which he later revealed was due to Ramsay Hunt syndrome. a condition that's exacerbated by stress. In a 2020 documentary series, Bieber revealed the depth of his struggles, including dealing with feelings of isolation and burnout. But perhaps the worst part of the interview was when he was asked about Billie Eilish, who at the time was just 18 years old.
And so I just wanted to be a good example,
Emotional, Justin lamented on his past and how much he wanted to keep Billie away from what he had to go through.
Let her do her thing, and if she ever needs me, I'm gonna be here for her, but yeah, just protecting those moments because...
Thankfully, Justin seems to be in a much better place today. Focusing on his wife and child, the now grown-up singer continues to make music while also trying to guide young artists and thread his redemption road. Sure, he still hates the press and tries to avoid the world.
You guys can be anywhere up to my home, this is where at the end of the night when you come home, you want to relax. It's a nice place to do that. Side station.
One thing that has definitely changed is that the young boy from Canada has finally grown up and managed to escape the industry. But here's the bigger question. Is Justin Bieber just a diva who trampled over the world, or was he a kid tossed into an unforgiving spotlight that nearly broke him? We want to know what you think. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this wild ride through fame and misfortune, don't forget to smash the like button, hit subscribe, and stay tuned for more jaw-dropping stories from the crazy world of fame and failure. Keep your heads high, your dreams soaring, and remember, no one's immune to life's crazy twists. I hope to catch you in the next one.